YouTube? This is your boy Alex, and I'm gonna be making another sex game video. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Got to fill out some job applications. Got to go to some interviews. You know how that goes. You just can't sit down and chill out and then make YouTube videos and then be done. Cause my dad be looking at me like, okay, now it's July. It's the second month of the summer. When you gonna get some callbacks? And I be trying to keep my mouth quiet, respectable in this house, and I'd be like, well, look, I can't get a Avengers Infinity Stones and a gauntlet and snap 10 to 15 people out of existence so I can make it where the managers ain't got no choice but to give me a job. Because if I got 10 to 15 people in front of me, there ain't a whole lot that I can do about that but just sit back for 2 to 3 or 4 weeks and wait until they get off their ass when they feel good and ready to make their decision to decide if they're going to take a chance on me or not take a chance on me. I'm going to make a completely separated video from sex game and try to explain to the people who are confused on why it's such a hard time to get a job. Like the jobs videos that I made were about people who hate their jobs and want better jobs, but this one will be kind of like a part 1 part 2 that will explain what people go through when they go on job interviews, which to look for. Because I've been seeing some people make videos called how you pass interviews, but I might have to make one called how can you tell in the first interview that you're just not going to get the job. Because there are some people, not me, but there are some people who can't tell that when they go on an interview, what is the whole deal, you know, with people bringing you to an interview and what that's about. Now, this sex game video is a topic that I talked about on my old channel, and I decided I wanted to probably bring it back. And what should we call this title? I want to call it Sex Game Women Love Big Packages Part 2. Because there's a lot of talk on the internet. Does size matter? Does size not matter? And we already did the same thing with the looks. You know, we talked about it with the looks. Does looks matter? Some people think looks don't matter. Some people think size matters. Some people don't think size matter. Now, what I mean by sex game, women like big packages, they do. They want a guy that's in athletic shape, that's bigger, stronger, faster. They want a guy that goes to the gym at least, if not 4 or 5 times a week, at least 2 to 3 times a week he hits the gym. And of course, they have association. They call that the 6 sixes. You know, some people don't like the 6 sixes, so they like to shorten it and call it money, looks, and status. Now, does size matter or does size don't matter? I think size actually does matter for 5 reasons. And I'm going to explain to you. It doesn't matter if it's in order or out of order, but there's going to be 5 reasons why I strongly believe that size actually does matter to women. Women strongly believe that if you got a big package, that will most definitely help you in the game. And what I mean by the game, I mean it will help you in ways you possibly cannot imagine. So let's go ahead and give you the basics and the breakdown. Most women believe if you got a big package, you are biologically 100% healthy. So if you got a big package and you're between 5'10" to 6'8", you're going to give her some strong babies. You know, she's going to genetically, the kid's going to inherit your genes. That's the first one. You know, biologically, a man and a woman are supposed to meet face to face and procreate. So they think if you have a big package, they think you are genetically the superior being. You know, you think of somebody like Captain America, somebody like Superman, somebody like Thor in the comic books. All of those guys are tall, right? All of those guys are 6 feet and above. And women find them physically, sexually attractive because they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're athletic, they're superior beings. You know, Steve Rogers was inferior, and then they injected him with super soldier serum, and then all of a sudden he becomes Captain America. There's Superman. He gets exposed to the sun's radiation, and all of a sudden, Kal-El is Superman. You get Thor, and he eats a golden apple, and then he discovers he's an Asgardian. He is Odin's son, better known as the Mighty Thor. All of these men are alpha males by society standards and by women's standards, which is two reasons why having a big package gives you big advantages. Now, if you have a small package, a woman does not find that physically sexually attractive. Now, a woman will laugh and make fun of you if you got a small package. And I've actually seen it in high school. I've seen it in college. I've seen it at my last two jobs, that when guys be in there trying to get their Mac on, they be trying to act like LL Cool J or 50 Cent, or they be trying to act like Lil Wayne or Drake or 2 Chainz or Wiz Khalifa. They be trying to act like their favorite rappers from the West Coast and the East Coast. And women have this thing where they can lock on to your position visually. And a woman can tell if you're in athletic shape, or she can tell that you're fat and obese. So if you're a man and you put on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, and you're between 200 to 260 pounds, sometimes 300 pounds, it is going to be perceived by society and by 80% of women, that's black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, are going to perceive it as you have a small package. You don't have a big package. So you're not 100% healthy. So that means she's going to deem you as a beta male. Even if she ain't never seen it, or even if you ain't never described it, she already made the assumption like that in 30 seconds or less, you're not 100% healthy. If you go to the doctor too much, she's going to naturally assume that that's probably, a problem. So when she see you, she going to size you up like it's a championship fight. And she basically gonna make it seem like you ain't got no game. Your looks ain't up to par, and I know he ain't got no package. So if you 200 to 260 pounds, she's going to treat this as you got a small package. You're not 100% healthy. You can't birth no superior kids into this family. I don't want to give birth for 9 months to a kid that got all these health problems. And some women believe that if you have a health conscious problem, like you're just fat, she gonna write you off as weak and inferior and not even give no second thought to rejecting you. And it hurts because it can happen 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And it doesn't matter if you're a black man, a white man, a Latino man, an Asian man, or an Indian man. It can happen to you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And you won't even get a chance to ask the woman out to lunch and dinner, or at least for a cup of coffee. Because in the first 60 to 30 seconds, the information tells the woman about a man, good and bad, that fast, that quick. Most men don't even get a chance to open their mouth and even explain their situation at all. The woman ain't gonna give you the opportunity, and if she does give you the opportunity, then she gonna want you to explain it in 5 or 10 minutes, or 5 minutes or less, which, yes, that's very unfair. But you got some men who do it to women, but we'll get to that in another video. The point that I'm trying to make in this video is that those are the two reasons why they think if you don't have a big package. Now it brings us to the next one. Do you know how to have sex? Do you know how to take that ass down in the bedroom? If a woman can sense that you've had a lot of sex with a lot of women, even though a woman will put up a front and say, oh my God, he's a player, he's a bad boy, he's a dog, he's a male slut, he's a man whore, even though a woman will say all of that stupid, ignorant crap, behind closed doors in her private moments, she actually glorifies and idolizes the fact that you have years of experience with all women. Black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, women that's mixed, young, old. You have experience with women. And guess what? She finds that physically, sexually attractive. They have it in the math statistics that the guys who happen to have a big package gets the most sex. And a guy that has a small ass package, he gets very little to no sex. And women are the ones who are making the determination of who gets it and who doesn't. So when I say women have all the power and all the control, they actually do. They if a woman sees that you're fat and out of shape, and you put on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, and you're between 200 to 260 or 300 pounds, she's pretty much going to go, oh, he got a small package. Even if she ain't never seen it. Even if you ain't even explain your situation, she'll deem you a beta male without even giving you the chance to even explain. And that doesn't feel good. Because you just saw the video 24 hours ago that there's a short guy, short white guy that's 5 feet tall. And when he goes on dating websites, he gets completely overlooked at every turn. If you're too short, a woman's going to naturally assume you have a small package. And again, even if you explain yourself, it ain't going to make a difference because she's still going to, deem you short. Even if you are ugly, she just automatically just gonna assume you got a small penis. I mean, I was supposed to keep it PG. Small package. And a lot of times when you look in those movies and those television shows where the guy takes his clothes off and show his body and the woman starts busting up laughing, and then you get some black woman or white woman go, oh hell no, put your damn shirt back on. Keep your clothes on. Ain't nothing I want to see. And that destroys all the man's confidence and kills his motivation super fast. I'm talking about faster than you can get up and go to the bathroom and flush the toilet. It kills your motivation 10 times faster because you don't know what women like and what women don't like. You don't know what women want and you don't know what women don't want. And a lot of times most men be confused because they're not sure when a woman see you. You don't know what they be looking at. You don't know what women find physically sexually attractive or don't find physically sexually attractive with men. You could be black, white. I'm talking about if you're a black man, a white man, a Latino man, an Asian man, or an Indian man. You don't know. Like, look at all the Asian guys, right? A lot of the Chinese, Japanese men. A lot of them have already been perceived as having small packages by black women, white women, and Mexican women. And how do you think those men feel on average? Those guys ain't getting no action in the bedroom because it's already been perceived that they don't have a big package. So when they see us black men, they kind of envy us because we don't have that problem. Or they see a white guy, they envy the black and the white men because if you ain't between 5'10" to 6'8", you're going to be struggling for years. I'm talking about not 1 year. I'm talking about 5, 10, 15 years. Worst case scenario, 20 years. You could be struggling to accept the fact that women perceive you to be fat and out of shape, too short, and you got a small package. Now, if you're tall, it's very rare to be tall and then someone go, you got a small package. It does happen, but it's like a small percentage and it's rare. And most of them, now, which brings us to number 3, which I already explained, is can you smash in the bedroom, which brings us to reason number 4. Why women think you have a big package. If you're tall, they believe that you have a big package due to high levels of testosterone. And I said in my video about testosterone, women can sense if you got high levels or low levels of it. And your masculine energy will give off that you've been smashing a lot in the bedroom. Even if you say, well, I ain't never had sex with a woman in 5, 10, or 15 years, and you still give off high, huge traces of masculine energy, it is still going to be perceived by 80% of women, you've been smashing some ass in the bedroom. Even if you say, I ain't never had no sex with a woman, you still give off that energy. If you have low levels of testosterone, then a woman ain't gonna even look at you in your direction twice. And then you see their stories where white women look at us black men and they go, I know he got a big package. And then a lot of the white guys get angry and pissed off because their wife or girlfriend is looking at a black man that's between 5'10" to 6'8", between 190 to 250 pounds of muscle, that plays basketball and football, or he's a bodybuilder, or he's a weightlifter, and why is my girlfriend or wife looking at this black man? So there's that. So there's that notion of it. Other races of women be thinking we're the be all to end all. And it's not that we're the be all to end all. What it is the vast majority of us have a big package. But then you got some black men that don't have it good like that. You got some guys that when they were birthed into this world, they got cheated out of what they call, back when I was a kid, they call it the genetic lottery. Meaning you were born with certain physical advantages that other men didn't have. Like one sample is you could be 6'4", but you have dyslexic. You have a learning disability. Meaning you have trouble with reading and writing and counting your money. You can't spell. You don't know how to talk socially. But you're 6'4", so you get a pass. You play basketball or football, you get a pass. You dress good, you got new clothes, new shoes, you get fresh haircuts, so you get a pass. And if all you bring to the table is your big package, then about 85 to 90% of the time you get a big pass because that's all you bring to the table. There are different scenarios. Then you get guys who is terrible in everything. They ain't got no game. They can't play basketball or football. They suck at making jokes. They suck at life in general. But they have this one great gift physically, and they have a big package. Then you get the Mexican women looking at us black men. Oh, I know he got a big package. And then all of a sudden the Mexican men get angry and furious because a lot of them are fat, a lot of them are short. I'm not trying to disrespect white men or Mexican men, but a lot of times those guys make the money. They have 2 jobs or 3 jobs. They support their wife or their girlfriend. They be in a relationship for 5 years, 10 or 15 years go by, right? And then the white women and the Latino women be checking us out physically and be looking at us like we're the mighty Thor or Superman or Captain America. And then here comes the jealousy and the resentment that why is my wife or girlfriend that's white or Mexican looking at a black man that's between 5'10" to 6'8", 190 to 250 pounds muscle with big broad shoulders and 6-pack abs. And then the women find us physically sexually attractive because we're bigger, stronger, faster, we're athletic. And you see, here's something that they talk about on YouTube. The smaller your waistline is, the bigger your package get in inches. Like if you look at a lot of adult entertainment, porn, you'll always hear them say on dating websites, women will say, I want a guy whose package is 7 inches, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches. Now, yeah, it can get to 7 to 8, maybe 9. 10 is if you're taking drugs, performance enhancement drugs, like not necessarily anabolic steroids, because that make your package small, but PhDs, growth hormones, testosterone replacement, that will make your package, 9 inches, 10 inches. 11 or 12 inches is exaggerated, because you look at those adult entertainment films and they're probably using some pump, something that blows up your package to make it bigger than what bigger is perceived. Like when people say I want a big package, you think of Godzilla because of how huge Godzilla is, or King Kong. That's why I say an exaggeration. And if you could find a guy that's between 6 feet to 6'8" who's got 11 or 12 inches of a big package, then it would be what they call a very small percentage, and it's very rare. And then women will compare big package to little package. A man that's between 6 feet to 6'8", every now and then they'll take a guy that's 5'10", guys that are 5'10" to 6'8", and compare us to guys that are 4'11" to 5'7". 5'8" and compare them. So women will compare your height and women will compare packages. And a lot of times you'll accidentally have sex with somebody's wife or girlfriend, and guess what the fifth reason is? I'm cheating on my boyfriend or husband because he has a small package. A lot of the relationships that these women have, the white women, the Mexican women, they cheat on their husband and their boyfriends after 5 years or after 10 or 15 years of being married or being in a relationship. And when they cheat on with a black man because they know we're between 5'10" and 6'8", 190 to 250 pounds of muscle. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster, we're athletic, we hit the gym. We go to the gym from anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week. We do cardio, we do weight training, and we're physically appealing to women. And when women feel the masculine energy from us, we give off this powerful energy that women go, he's got experience with women. I know he been tearing it up in the bedroom. I just know it. Even though we ain't even open our mouth and even explain, it's the energy we give off. So if you give off masculine energy, then guess what? You can bypass the shit test. You don't have to take a shit test. You don't have to have women playing mind games. Women play mind games with men that are perceived by society as a beta males. A beta males get the fake phone numbers, the fake email addresses. Beta males are forced to take a shit test 10 times over, mind games, and those guys get sexually frustrated and they get mad because every time they go after another race of woman, the woman can sense that you have low levels of testosterone and she can sense your energy level. And then what a lot of the guys that are too short or fat or ugly do is try to buy the girl's affection with gifts. You know, it happened to me when I was in high school and college. I tried to buy a girl something for her birthday, and she was like, oh, that's nice, that's so sweet. And I had a couple of football players just shake their head like, stop doing that shit. That ain't going to help you get no phone number. You ain't going to be able to take her out to lunch and dinner because she think that you are an beta male because you're trying to buy her happiness or you're trying to get her to like you because you want her to accept you even though you have deficiency issues. And then a lot of the guys can't handle it when a female say, well, I cheated on you because you just ain't tall. You know, you ain't between 6 feet to 6'8", so that's why I cheated. You're terrible in the bedroom, so that's why I cheated. You just don't give out that rough, aggressive sex that I want. You know, you like to play and be cuddly. I want that hardcore sex I see in the porn. Women are cheat. A lot of white women, a lot of black women, and a lot of Mexican women cheat on their husband or their boyfriend after 5 or 10 years of being in a relationship or being married. And 99.99% it's you somewhere in there, in the 5 reasons, somewhere in there, it has to be because you got a small package. And it don't matter if the guy is a gangbanger. Oh yeah, it's been proved by math and science that black women, white women, and Mexican women, if they have to, they will go to the hood and get the most dangerous, most gang-banging, I'll take out a gun and blow your head off gangbanger and be happy with the fact that he has a big package. The guy could be jobless, okay? The guy could be on Social Security, disability, or government assistance, or collecting unemployment benefits, and if he's in athletic shape and he has a big package and he's between the height of 6 feet to 6'8", he'll get a big pass because he's tall, good looking, and he has a big package. There are stories of guys who went 5 years or 10 years unemployed without a job, and they had a big package. They put it down in the bedroom 2 or 3 times, and the woman went and got the guy a job. But that only happens to alpha males only. That doesn't happen to a beta males. You know, alpha males stay in athletic shape. But beta males, they refuse to go to the gym. Alpha males, they go to the gym all the time. Alpha males stay self-improving. Beta males refuse to self-improve. So when I say there are stories of guys that went 5 years without a job, 10 years without a job, as long as the woman finds that man physically, sexually attractive, and he has a big package, that will change. That's like a game changer. It changes the whole outcome of the game. Whereas if you're in a beta male and you put on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds of body fat, and you're between 200 to 260 pounds, or you're 300 pounds obese, you're too fat, you're too short, or you're ugly, most women are gonna go, oh nah, he ain't healthy, he ain't got no big package, he ain't no alpha male, he got low level of testosterone, he got health problems. You'll immediately get wrote off, and whether she gives you the chance to explain or don't explain, she ain't gonna want to hear it. She might say, well, you got 30 to 60 seconds to explain yourself. Even if she give you 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to explain yourself. And if she don't like none of your reasons or explanations, then it ain't gonna go nowhere. You're gonna be hard for you to take her out to lunch and dinner, or at least a cup of coffee, at least a conversation. It'll be hard to do that. And it can happen 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But you ask any woman, black woman, white woman, Mexican women, Asian women, Indian women, don't matter if they're young or old, you ask them, 99.99%, they have a girlfriend that they went to high school and college with, and after getting married to some man for 5 or 10 or 15 years, the relationship or the marriage came to an end because the guy couldn't give her that hard, rough, aggressive sex that she wanted, and he had a small package, and that was the downfall of that marriage, the downfall of that relationship, and as a result, the woman cheated. And if a woman has to get a criminal, if she has to get somebody like a Tupac or a Nipsey Hussle, then the black woman or the white woman or the Mexican woman will do that. And she doesn't care if the guy's a Crip or a Blood or he's a criminal that rob banks and liquor stores and shoot up the hood. If he got a big package, she gonna choose that, even though it's extremely dangerous, over a guy who actually has 2 jobs and he got a small package. And the reason why I'm saying this because it happens. Now the women will be on the phone talking about it, cracking jokes. That's why a lot of times when a man brags about how much money he makes, he compensates for the fact that he lacks in other areas. And when they make fun of guys who make less money or don't have a job, that guy may not make enough money or don't even have a job, but he brings this one big thing to the table and it becomes a game changer. It changes the whole game. Now, some women will try to play it off that they don't like a guy with a big package, but when they run into the guy the second or the third time by themselves without the girlfriends, they be super nice. And once they find out that it's what they're looking for, then they be trying to slide you the phone number, be trying to get you to take them out to lunch and dinner or a cup of coffee. That's if they like you. That's if they find you physically, sexually attractive. That's if you're an alpha male. If you're in a beta male, you're just going to get mind games and the shit test. Even if someone might say, what if I am 5'10" or 5'11" or 6 feet and I get shit tested? That goes in the category of what I said 10 minutes ago in this video. You were born with certain physical advantages that other people didn't have, and the only thing you got going is you're 6'4", you play basketball and football, but you have a learning disability. That's probably the only time that a girl will reject a tall guy. Oh, nah, he got Asperger's. Oh, shit, he's got autism. God damn it. I can't have kids with this man. I can't bring him home to my parents and grandparents. I can't show him off to all my other girlfriends. The guy can't read and write and spell. Oh, shit. That's probably the one time that a guy 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet might have a series of challenges. And then the only way he can bypass it is if he plays basketball or football, or as if he becomes rich and famous, or if he self-improves himself, or if he learns how to conquer all of those challenges. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen to tall guys. What I'm saying is when it does happen to tall guys, those are the reasons. Now, if the girl he have a big package and he still got a problem, then she might make an exception. I'm just trying to explain to you that, yeah, women love big packages. So, alright, gotta wash clothes, Gotta crash another interview. Until then, peace.